us on YouTube at Producers Pit. Subscribe, tell us why you love us, tell us why you hate us, engage with the content, watch the full show, watch all the stories. You know, we're doing this for you. As for social media, Twitter and goddamn it and fuck.
And goddamn it.
Twitter and fuck. Delicate desert rainstorms. Your presence brings peace. Watch our roots grow down into white.
Goons and producers, it's your boy, Micco Anthony. You already know we hyped for another episode of the Producers Pit. As always, Damien's and Aliens with me.
What's good, everybody?
And as you can see, the Producers Pit is taking a bit of a field trip this week as we are hosted by the one, the only Ethan Duff. But if you listen to his music, you know him as Meraki.
What is up, everyone?
So, our boy here, lo-fi hip-hop artist in the Albuquerque area. Is that correct?
Yeah.
A little reggae on the side too, or
Yeah, it's a mix of everything.
mix of
As of right now, a little bit of lo-fi.
Within what, last year you dropped your first album, Seasons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bangers only.
Bangers only. We're bringing that back this week.
Yeah.
I mean, before we even consider your music career, you already have a distinguished resume working at student special events at UNM.
Yeah.
You've put up all the big stuff: Silent Lights, Fiestas, the JID concert, which
Yeah,
you got for
at
a
UNM.
bargain, dog.
Facts.
So, before we get into our boy Meraki here, we got a lot to talk about before all that.
Yeah.
Of course, as tradition, song of the week. Damien, we start you off first as always. What do you got for us?
All right. My song of the week, I'm actually going to do a pop song. It's called Thick by Remy Wolf, THICC. Thick. It's fire. Shout out Remy Wolf. Remy Wolf's fire. I don't know, it's just a real feel-good song. If you want to go cruise or something, put on that song. She's a cool girl. I mean, we met her in El Paso, and shout out her guitarist too, Jared. He's a homie too. We sat there, chopped it up a little bit. Yeah, but that's my recommendation. Go check out Thick.
All right, that's your recommendation from Damien this week. Now we're gonna put you on the spot, Ethan. We always do this to our guests.
Okay.
What have you had on repeat this week?
Dude, so I found a new artist that I've really been vibing to. Her name's Lauren Prius. I think that's how you say it. I could be wrong.
It's like saying Meraki, really. You know?
Yeah.
Meraki.
But yeah, she put out a new song. It's called Fern. Just a dope vibe. Has like acoustic, kind of like jazz vibes to it. And then also Young Lost Love by Apple.
Yeah.
I don't know how you say his name either, but both very solid tracks.
All right, thank you, Ethan. You came in clutch, ice in your veins. We haven't had a guest yet not know what they were listening to this week, so. But I know what I was listening to this week as well. And last week's episode, we got a whole bunch of artists that our guest shouted out, and I checked out one of them. This man is indeed a local artist named The Red Panda. Small following.
Yeah, bangers.
Like 27 followers on SoundCloud, maybe 150 on Instagram, and that's a sin. You know why? Because he puts out some bangers. His production's clean, and for what you maybe consider amateur musician, he's already leagues above. If the floor is what he has out right now, then the ceiling is anything from, I don't know, the next Nitro Fun to Dead Mouse 6.
Dead Mouse 6.
Comes after Dead Mouse, because Dead Mouse 5. Anyways, the song I'd like to highlight is Drop It. It's fun. It's got that nice retro gamer vibe. Gaming.
Gamer, yeah.
But nah, like I said, first thing I heard when I threw on Red Panda's music was Nitro Fun, and it also was a lot of fun. Drop It, real good song. Go check it out, and link in the description. We'll have our Song of the Week picks.
Yeah.
And we also have a playlist of all of our Song of the Week picks, assuming they're on YouTube. Some of our stuff might be on SoundCloud, but who knows? But regardless, you can find what we picked this week. Now, a lot of news this week. A lot of news. And all of it's about Pocket Elephant and Shywell.
Yeah,
just kidding. No, it's not. We're actually...
I was really excited to talk about Pocket Elephant.
Bro, it's the Pocket Elephant and Shywell.
Yeah.
show.
Shout out Pocket Elephant. You already know I love you, man. You Snapchatted me this morning, so I missed
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Can't escape the Pocket Elephant show. Now we're actually going to be talking about local electronic duo Spacey.
Yeah.
Y'all ever heard of them?
I have not.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, actually,
you have heard of Galaxy and Wyatt Lawson.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
And that is
that's
their
their group.
duo.
Hell yeah.
So, for the Halloween season, they have a new mix coming out. Their second mix, if I believe correctly, called Trapped from the Crypt. So they put out a good first mix, and this one is going to be good for the spooky season, for all your, I was going to say Halloween parties, but
Yeah, but that
we're
ain't
not doing
happening.
that.
Yeah, stay at home.
Just for spooky season. Come on, the Monster Mash gets old. Throw on this mix. Get spooked. Get hyped. It don't matter where you're gonna be. But Spacey will be dropping a new Halloween mix for the season. Should already be dropped by now.
Yeah.
I believe. So, also, big news for Spacey. Via Galaxy's Instagram story this week, she said Excision has put Spacey on the Lost Lands Festival.
That's
going to be,
huge.
I don't know if it's
Yeah,
going to be the 2021 festival that, since this year's got postponed, or if it's going to be on one of the series of live streams they're doing. But regardless, getting put on to a, festival brand by Excision as an
Yeah.
electronic music artist, hey, that's making moves. You're making Albuquerque proud, Spacey.
Yeah.
Love
shout
to
out
see,
you
you
guys.
love to see it.
Yeah.
So moving away from the local scene for a sec, your pop queen, Damien, she
Yeah.
dropped a new song, Positions.
Yeah, shout out
Ariana Grande, baby.
Bro, that song is heat, bro. You guys heard Positions yet?
I've heard like clips of it, but I've yet to hear the
Oh,
full
it's
song.
Nah,
fire. You
I
gotta
heard-
listen to it. It's
I heard the
fire.
whole deal with your family.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
threw it on. It was a good time.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out Ariana Grande. Hey, I'm so ready for Ariana's album this Friday, bro. It's about to be heat, man. If you guys got a chance to go to Ariana Grande show or like any big like concert, I mean,
Wait,
I know concerts aren't
have you
a thing
been?
right now. Yeah, bro, I've been
Are
to
you a
Ariana
fangirl
Grande.
for Ariana?
God,
Not big time, totally.
Yeah, kinda. Ariana's dope, though. Like,
Yeah.
she's got good vocals and
Yeah,
good music
yeah.
and shit like that. But like,
Shout out Victorious too.
if you have a chance to go to like a big show like that, go, because I seen like Travis and Kendrick too, and it was like in a stadium.
Yeah,
It was
just
heat.
wild, huh?
It was fire. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd recommend it too. Of course, Lady Gaga's my pop queen, but I mean,
Yeah.
like when Chromatica was coming out, I was hyped. Damien, it's his pop queen's turn to drop something. So we're ready here at the Producers Pit for a little bit of guilty pleasure listening,
Exactly.
as we call it. So back into the local music scene. November 7th is a big date. There's a couple of things happened. First off, we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
The Lobothon Dance Marathon is going to be November 7th. Be on the lookout for that. Good cause, good music. What more do you want? Last
True.
week, Pocket Elephant came fresh off of filming his set.
Yeah.
And so I would assume you've already filmed your set there. Ethan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. Yes, we did it like I think about a week ago. So
Yeah. How did that go?
it was good. I haven't performed live really in front of and there was like 5 people there.
Yeah.
Because they were like doing the video and everything. But I hadn't practiced my songs in a while.
Yeah,
So I was like kind of running out of breath. But
Did you film it at the same place that Pablo filmed it at?
The frat house?
no.
What?
Wait, what?
Not a breath.
Hold up, hold up.
Yeah, he filmed it at Sigma Chi on campus.
I feel like that fits the vibe though of like dance music. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I
No, I
guess.
filmed mine on top of the Yale structure.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's dope.
And it was so hot. I came out and I went to work right after, and literally this whole side of my body was sunburned.
Oh
and then
my
this side was
god.
fine. So,
That's
but
wild.
it was a good time. It was a good time.
Yeah.
So they didn't give Pablo the rooftop shot. They gave him the frat house.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
sorry,
yeah, Pocket
Pablo.
Elephant show.
Yeah.
give him the best venue for this. Nah, regardless, no matter where these guys are performing, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
We're excited to see your set, and we'll see how your first live performance. I guess.
I guess so.
I mean,
Technically,
it's
right?
It's a good shakedown.
I mean, you've done past shows before,
Yeah.
but first live performance of the new stuff, right?
yeah, and I've performed when I used to DJ.
Yeah.
I was able to perform at Red Rally and stuff.
Yeah,
that was
that was
that was
dope.
quite a bit of people.
Yeah, I
but
love that.
when you perform your own stuff, it's a little bit more intimate.
Yeah, exactly.
So coming out of quarantine, not seeing people for months,
Yeah,
so
you're
oh,
like-
I want to sing to you. It's it's a little
Yeah.
hesitation.
Yeah, that's definitely nerve wracking. coming back onto the stage after
Yeah.
being out for a while. Also November 7th, you thought you could escape the Pocket Elephant show. Fuck no. Because he's dropping a new remix also on that date. Get Her Back by Robin Thicke will be the remix.
Yeah.
Also another Thicke on this show.
Thicke.
What
Yeah,
is this-
exactly.
What is this theme going?
Yeah.
It's the Thicke
It's
show
the
today.
Thicke show apparently.
You're on the Thick show, Ethan.
And so you're still waiting on stems from that man.
Yeah, Pablo, you can take your time. It's alright. You know, you don't have to send me this.
Nah. You are gonna send us. We're waiting for this kid's new album so I can roast the fuck out of it live.
I have one more song, and it's my outro, and it's with Pocket Elephant, and we made a song about, I would say, a year ago, almost even, and still don't got no stems, but it's alright, Pablo. It's alright. Take your time. Take your time.
What he's saying is we're gonna bully you every week on this show until you get those stems, and because we want to see this album released within this year.
Yeah.
We don't want to delay it like Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh yeah.
delayed.
R.I.P.
F. Also this week. Damn it, you fuck with my notes?
Your notes?
Yeah, my notes.
Your notes. Why? Wait. When? What?
We had new Shy Will drop this week.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
we're not going to open that can of worms today. We're not gonna go into that. It's a minefield.
That's
All I
right.
gotta say is shout out Shy Will. You know, I've been following the podcast, and honestly, shout out Shy Will. That's all I got.
Hey.
We're gonna open that can of worms soon because
Yeah, we'll talk more about
we
it.
got some hate mail.
Yeah.
We got Shy Will to thank for giving us one of the show's
Shout out Shy Will.
most recent milestones, and that's our first piece of hate mail. How many episodes would you think it would have taken us to get hate mail?
Shit, I don't even know. I didn't even know. I thought we were
I
so.
mean, I was gonna send you hate mail after this episode.
Alright. You're like, who the fuck? Why is that Meraki kid?
His breeze your burner.
Meraki kid.
So, we had a Shy Will fan message the show.
Yeah.
And he said, so this is after we dropped our highlight talking about his performance. It was 2 years ago, you know.
Yeah, it was a long time
Yeah, it was a
ago.
long time ago. But still, we clowned on it. That's just kind of what we
And that's
do.
alright. That's alright.
But one of his fans rolled up said, y'all some pussies for real. How are you going to drag another artist from Albuquerque's name in the dirt? Y'all ain't really shit. Fuck you and fuck your podcast. And to that I say, you're kind of right. We
Yeah,
aren't
I was gonna
shit.
say,
We're a small ass show,
It's
dog.
a small ass show. We ain't shit, bro. It's true. He's right.
But my guy, listen. And we're not gonna drop your name. We're just gonna. Point is, did you watch the show? At least
Yeah.
give us that respect to watch the show first, because even in that highlight, we offered to he offered to collab with him. Hey, I wouldn't mind collabing with Shy Will either. I'll throw that out there right now.
Oh,
Well, yeah. Hey,
Alright.
hey, no hard feelings here. And then we also said we hope he improved. We wished him well. So if that's dragging someone's name in the dirt, I guess we're bullies. I guess we're cyber bullies,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
But come on, watch the show before you start hating on us. Like, you know, there was some kid in our YouTube comments for last week's show with Pocket Elephant. We were talking about We Are Your Friends. Some kid
Yeah.
named Heat Seeking Deacon.
bro.
Wait, y'all not like that movie?
Do you like that movie?
So I'm not gonna lie, that it's dumb.
It is, but
I saw it in high school. I was like, I'm gonna become a DJ.
Oh,
So that movie was like
man.
inspiration.
Oh, no.
Although it's dumb. And then I watched it with Deacon when we lived together.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, this is like such a dope movie. And he told me that y'all were shitting on that movie.
no. Okay, so the thing is, like,
We just thought it was like dumb.
we
and, like,
thought it was like, you know, mediocre. Yeah, it wasn't like the worst movie, but it was just because we kept shitting on it because Deacon was just like every second he was like, this is a good ass movie. This movie's fucking fire, and I'm like, this movie's like,
Yeah,
it's
when I
alright.
saw it in high school, I was like, damn, this is dope. So when I watched it again with Deacon, I was like, I mean, it's more nostalgic now,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. I don't know.
No. Like, no hate to that movie. I think if you like what you want, but like, I just thought it was just kind of stupid. Some of the things, like the 128 BPM shit,
matches with your heartbeat.
that was like so stupid. To
I remember
me.
being that, like, seeing that for the first time. I was like, damn. That's
Feel like I need to
I
do
was like,
120.
I was like, I don't even have to go to school. Like, that is science.
Science.
Fucking suck.
Oh, shit.
My problem with it was that like we called the whole movie like in the first like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the
very
thing too.
predictable.
It was
Yeah.
super predictable. But anyways, if you're gonna hate on the show, be like Deacon and watch the whole episode.
Yeah, shout out Deacon.
You know, say we're tripping and that We Are Your Friends was a good movie, because you know I appreciate those comments, but you're also wrong. Sorry, Deacon, but we'll debate about that also another time.
Hey, you can like what you like. Hey, no, and you know.
Hey,
We don't discriminate over here.
we don't discriminate.
We don't
but
kink shame,
but
bro.
we'll still clown you. But yeah, that was wild, man. But that first episode where we did clown Shy Will,
Yeah.
he did reach out to you, Damien.
Yeah,
Let's talk
so-
about that.
So I was just sitting there, and I get an Instagram DM, and it's Shy Will, and he's like, hey, let's chop it up, and I'm like, oh shit, did he see the podcast? This was like right after the podcast.
We didn't
dropped.
have any highlights out. This is like when we dropped the first episode.
Yeah, and he says, hey, let's chop it up, and then I was like, oh fuck, did he see the podcast? And he just wants to fucking fight. And I was like, this
Throw
dude,
down,
this
dog.
dude wants to fucking throw hands with me, and I was like, fuck, I didn't want to make enemies, bro. And then he's like, about music. And then I was like, oh, all right. And then I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. So I've been in contact with Shy Will. Shy Will, super genuine dude, honestly. Like, he seems like just such a down to earth dude, and like I really, really, really hope his music just continues to improve, because like, you know, when we saw him in concert, it was like what, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So, you know, anybody 2 years ago when they're first like starting out and stuff like that, the music's not going to be the best, and that's all right, you know. So, you know, I sent him some beats. We'll see if he hops on any of them. I hope he does. Shout out Shy Will.
Are we gonna get him on the show?
Yeah. So there's a top secret plans.
Top secret plan.
Yeah,
Oh,
top
no.
secret plans.
Or am I gonna chop it up with him, but not about music? Is that
No, we chopping
Is
it
that the
up.
segment? Like, no, it's gonna be me and Shy Will, because I'm the guy who's bullying him.
Yeah, you're the bad cop. I'm good cop.
Shit, so that's the segment. You're planning where we blindfold me, take me to where we're recording. It's gonna be a boxing ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, dog, I don't
Shy Will's
want
gonna
to
be in
chop
the
it
other
up
ring.
like that.
Shy
dog.
Will and his crew in the other ring.
Oh no.
And then the fight before you was gonna be me and the kid that got manhandled. It's just
No, it's gotta be just Paul Pierce. And,
Paul
the
Pierce and the kid that got
gotta get a
manhandled. by
rematch,
him.
dog.
You're right.
And then before that, it's gonna be Jake Paul and whoever he hates this week.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh man, but no, it's been quite a saga. Shy Will's really been handling this a lot better than we kind of thought, because we just had to, went with the stereotypes of SoundCloud rappers, criticism. This guy's been cool, so hopefully we'll be seeing him soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay tuned for that. You know, it's going to be one of the biggest shows we're probably going to have in the Bush League phase here, or maybe ever. Who knows? That might be our peak, and we might just we'll be a one-hit wonder after
It's
that.
the Shy
one.
Will show.
Who knows? So, enough about us and what's been going on. The boy Meraki. I can't say his name.
Meraki.
I pick one of them. I say Meraki. You flip a coin. I'll say one of
Both
them.
of them are close.
Both of them are alright.
I got a little southern in me, a little Meraki.
Ew.
But I mean, really, we just met you at UNM.
Yeah.
Just doing our thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like found him one day. So
Yeah, what up? I'm Side of the Road, so what's up?
Someone Central. So,
You wanna hang out?
Yeah.
That's how it was.
That's how it started.
Yeah. I mean, more or less, it was really kind of when we were hanging around SSE. Got to
Yeah.
know all you guys. That's really where we got to know you. But what got you into music itself? What's besides We Are Your Friends? Apparently.
I wouldn't say that's a big factor. I mean, my start with like music kind of started at a young age. I grew up playing guitar and drums. Played in like the church band, playing drums and stuff. So, I mean, that was kind of like the start of that. But then I remember, I think it was 2016. I went to Sun City Music Festival.
Yeah.
And I saw OK, who actually performed at Fiestas.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, like I want to be a DJ. And so that's where it really started. I got a mixer for Christmas. Like, started going to festivals. Started mixing. Started like doing house parties and stuff like that. And now it's transitioned into what it is today.
Yeah.
I may or may not have been at those house parties where you DJ'd.
Yeah. Yeah. Those
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
time.
yeah.
And if I was at that, it was a good time.
Hey, for legal reasons, we will not disclose that.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Oh, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a
We're
joke.
stealing the PewDiePie line there. We gotta cover our ass though. But no. What about your SSE career? What'd you do there? Because that's really, I feel like, where we got to know you as in the music game, I'd say.
Yeah. My start with SSE kind of was out of nowhere, honestly. I remember, I knew they put on events, but I didn't really know what they were. And Arlen, actually, one of our friends, he sent me a DM on Instagram. It was just an application for concerts director. And I thought it was to, perform it. And so I apply, I'm like, yo, this is dope. And then, they hired me, I was like, oh, shit, this is, a job. And so, that's kind of how that started, but obviously it turned out fantastic.
Yeah.
So you started off as concerts director in your, how many years were you there?
So I was
been there?
My sophomore year. Yeah, my sophomore year and then my junior year until.
So you started off as concerts director, and then your second year, what was your position then?
I was executive director.
So you're executive
director.
director. Head
So he's the head honcho,
big
dog.
cheese. And, rightfully so. I'd say one of the bigger events when Javi was executive director that you got.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we want to see you on the show, Javi.
Yeah.
We know you got them stories.
We want you on there. On here.
Anyways, was the JID show, and you got that at the perfect time, right when he was up and right at the peak. Yeah. Because DiCaprio 2 is what really launched him.
Yeah.
But you got it right before DiCaprio
it just
2
dropped. Yeah.
So how was negotiating all that and getting that secured for the university?
It was perfect timing, and obviously it was a group effort with everyone on staff. But our old marketing director, he's like, "Yo, check out this artist," and I feel bad because I brought him in, but I had never heard of him before, and so I reach out to the agent. I'm like, "Yo, this stuff is dope. Can we get him?" She's like, "Yeah, here's the price," and I almost didn't take the deal over $500 because I wanted a certain number, and so I was like, you know what, whatever, we'll just do this deal. This is fine. Literally 3 days later, DiCaprio 2 drops.
Yeah.
He hits all the charts, and his price was something we could never believe.
Yeah. It's just exponential, 10 times more than.
Yeah, it's insane now. Obviously he's part of Dreamville, Village.
Huge artist.
He's a huge act.
Huge artist in the hip hop community.
Yeah, no, that was I'd say one of the biggest. I didn't really hear of him either until you started advertising all that. Heard his stuff. He was real impressive. He kept his real fast flow live. But you guys did it big. You packed
sold
half
out.
the sub ballroom. But
it was a sold out sold out show ever.
Mm-hmm.
At UNM.
So honestly, I was just perfect, I guess.
Yeah, it was just good timing all around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that was like I said, real good show. Also, Fiestas is one of the biggest events.
Yeah, it's in New Mexico. Period.
I'd say that's kind of our yearly music festival. Really, the only somewhat legit music festival around, or at least in size, I'd say. I feel like there's some smaller stuff, but
there's Somos.
Yeah,
Somos is.
But Somos is more recent, right?
I thought. I think it's been more recent.
All right, so as far as Fiestas goes, I feel like it's been going a bit longer than Somos has. I feel like Somos has been more of a recent deal.
Yeah, I think Somos has been more recent, at least for the city.
I think Fiestas has been the, the big dog for a couple years.
I think it was founded in 1970.
Really?
Something like that. I remember I found a poster in our office, and it was I think it was 1973.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Did we get anyone big?
No, I honestly didn't know any of the acts.
Yeah. That's cool. I didn't know it went back that far.
Mm-hmm. I could be. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But that's what I remember.
Yeah, okay.
Possibly, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. It was in the archives. He found it there. So how was last year's Fiestas? Obviously, Sally, we don't get Fiestas this year. Mm-hmm. But how was that whole experience? You were executive?
Yeah, are you talking about the one that got canceled?
No.
Yeah.
2019.
You were concert director.
Oh, okay, so for 2019.
Yeah. Because that was the last Fiestas we had.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was under Javi.
Yeah. So,
Javi show.
The Javi show.
The Javi show.
There's a lot of stories about
But
that.
yeah, no, how's all that? How's, take us through the process from planning it out to securing the acts to holding the event.
Yeah, well, I mean, I started out with the job thinking that I was performing something. And so, like, to go from that, like, literally knowing nothing about the music industry, knowing nothing about contracts, about, the correct language to use, how to talk to agents, like, I had to learn everything. And so, like, big shout out to Javi on that. Like, he walked me through, like, step by step. And so I owe a lot of, like, my music career in terms of, like, the business side to, like, him being patient with me, being a dumbass. So, I mean, it's fun, man. Like, you kind of just research artists. We use Polestar. It's this website. And then, you find who their agent is. You kind of break it down, send an offer. Hopefully it works out. Do contracts. And, like, that's just one little aspect of an entire festival. So, I mean, it depends on how much you want to go into, but there's a lot of details.
I kind of do want to get real deep into this because I feel like no one's really talked about, how much goes into it. Because, you see, compared to, like someone like Coachella, everyone's like, Fiesta is nothing.
Yeah.
But it really is like a big deal for this city.
Yeah.
So what about, getting like the equipment, like the stage? You guys had a huge stage for that festival. So, I mean, I'm assuming you had to rent that out, get all that.
Yeah, I think it's insane that UNM just leaves it up to 5 students to, like...
that's crazy.
They're like, oh, like, y'all are 19, 20 years old, like...
Yeah, go
plan a festival. And so we're like, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, our festival is held on Johnson Field, which doesn't have... It doesn't have fencing, it doesn't have access to restrooms, it doesn't have running water, it doesn't have electricity. So, like, all of these things we have to book. And so, like, these go into, like, we have contracts for every little thing. And so, like, for fencing, like, we have to map out how much fencing we need, and, like, we have to walk with a spray paint line and, like, see how many, like, feet of fencing we need. For staging, we get, like, the basic thing from Audio Excellence. And then, like, when we get our headliner, they'll be like, okay, we want, a 36-foot LED board with cryo jets and, like, fire flames or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, we can't do flames. We'll get fired. Like,
even though we do Red Rally.
I try to get flames and, like, confetti, but it would, like, maybe mess up the field. So, I mean, literally every aspect, to do everything for a one-day show that size, it takes the entire year. And it takes a team effort as well.
Oh, man.
God dang. What about the volunteer side? I know you guys have a pretty... I don't want to say huge, but you have a sizable volunteer.
We're a solid group.
Yeah. We were always there volunteering all the time.
I mean, I'm assuming without them, all the labor and getting the stage, and do they set up the stage and all that too, right? Or do you have the contractors who give you all the stuff? Help?
Yeah. So Audio Excellence, they have everything. They know how to set everything up, but, like, we can carry lights. We can carry, like, the platforms for the staging. We can help load fencing off the truck. And if it wasn't for volunteers, like, we'd still be setting up right now. like, no joke. And y'all were definitely a big help. And, like, obviously we know who else was there, like, helping out.
Yeah, shout out everybody that volunteered. Shout out the whole SSE team, too.
Yeah. SSE volunteers, man. You make the fiestas go around at the very least.
Yeah. Shout out this year's SSE, too, because
exactly.
Like, Joe Polak, like, he's executive director right now. I can't imagine, like, planning events during COVID.
Yeah.
But he's doing an amazing job. So make sure to follow them on Instagram and keep up.
Yeah.
No, definitely. So, you're up there, the music's going, you got the artists doing their thing. What's that like? Is it just like, it seems like there's a lot of moving parts, like, while these performances are going. Like, I remember, like, Javi. We're the Javi show this week. Because, but no, like, he's usually all smiles, real, chill dude. But I saw him stressed. I saw him all over the place. So what's that kind of, what's the feeling there when, things are going, but, still got a whole festival to deal with?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting, but it's hard to be present in the moment.
Yeah.
And that's just because, like, if you watch the artist for 5 minutes, some girl could be passed out drunk, like, someone could be in their car, like, driving intoxicated, someone could be hurt, like, there's so much going through your head that you're like, we're going to get sued.
Yeah.
like, they left 5 students to do this, like, something's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's where, like, the team effort comes in. Like, we hire security. We have our advisors there. It's like everyone just needs to, like, do their part. But it's hard to relax and, like, enjoy the show. But for that year, I mean, there was one point like where it was just like on the back of the stage, like watching OK perform, and like that was like the first time I could like breathe through the whole day, and I was like I just started crying. I was like, it was like a year's worth of work.
Yeah.
And you're like seeing like 10,000 kids like go crazy in the crowd, like OK's having a great time on stage. You're like, damn, like we did this shit.
Yeah, like 5 students and a dream, and it's just going.
And like to just like stand there with like everyone that you worked with throughout the year, and just like look at like what you created, and like see how like if you put your mind to shit, like you can do it.
Yeah,
it's like an overwhelming feeling.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say probably one of the most rewarding things you can do as a young trying to probably at UNM. I'd say if you're
it's one of the coolest student jobs, I think.
Oh yeah.
I'd say you guys get a blank check too, practically, compared to the other.
Yeah.
This year's a little different.
Yeah, I mean it's different, but like when you got fiestas and you got to negotiate a whole bunch of different aspects. You guys I always hear some crazy numbers, rumored or not, but we don't want to leak that shit.
No comment.
But yeah, no, fiestas was real. It was for Albuquerque. It was relatively smooth. There might have been a mosh pit. We had to help our
shout out Jandro if you're watching this.
Okay.
What am I talking about?
Okay, we're talking about this is actually the next thing I was gonna. This is next in line, dog. The Jandro disaster Fiestas 2019. Walk us through that, dog. I want to hear about that.
Okay, first of all, shout out Jandro.
Yeah,
go stream all of his shit. He's huge right now.
Yeah, Jandro's great.
All I gotta say, man, is why would you do that to me? Like, you saw just a young kid that needed help, and you're like, nah, man. So, here's what happened with the Jandro show. I will say before I even get into this, if I was any other person at that venue, at that show, I would want a mosh pit. Like, his stuff is dope. His whole
energy was great.
The energy was amazing.
It was wild.
The only reason I had to stop it was because we are liable for if people get hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
If people get hurt, our funding goes down. There's lawsuits. UNM gets in trouble.
Yeah, you're on the hook.
And again, UNM looks like a shitty university.
Yeah.
And like we're trying to highlight UNM.
Yeah.
So here's what happened with the Jandro show. They're having a good time in the green room. They're smoking a little bit. They're drinking. Personally, I don't care. But our advisor did. And so one of his like entourage like kind of friends came out, and he was like holding the bottle of Hennessy.
Yeah.
And like he's drinking it in front of her, and I was like, and like so she took it and poured it out. And so our like one rule with fiestas is like try to limit mosh pits so people don't get hurt, and don't welcome people on stage.
He broke both rules.
He did both of those rules. And if I was in the crowd, I would be mosh pitting and I would run to the stage.
He wanted girls though.
He wanted girls to come up on stage and twerk.
Yeah, and so like you were trying to do a wall of death, Jandro. And so I run up, I'm like, yo man, like please don't do this. And so I told him, I was like, I'm gonna have to cut your mic. Like if you tell them to do this, like I have to cut your mic.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I guess I won't do it. But I guess he winked to the crowd.
Yeah. He was like a wink, nudge. He's like, I can't do it.
I remember Ethan running up, and he's like, blah, blah, blah. And like, you could just see you guys talking, and then you run out, and then Jandro like turns to the crowd, and he's like, hey, don't.
Yeah, he was like, we're not going to do it.
Which I want to say, like, to all my friends, fuck y'all. Because when I was literally on stage, I was like, Jandro, please don't do this, man. Like we're liable. All my friends in the front row, including y'all, and y'all are booing me. Yes! Y'all are like, boo, get off the stage.
No, I forgot you got booed so hard.
And I look and there's like Deacon and
I was like, what the hell? No, I remember that. It was like everybody that we knew in the front, and like everybody was like booing.
This is our mom mentality, dog.
They're like, what the fuck? Because Pablo was there too.
Yeah, so we had to protect him from a mosh pit because we were standing with him. So he came over. We were in the front. Watching what was going on. He's inciting violence, and before we know it, Davey and I are the edge of the mosh pit.
Yeah, bro, we were there, and I'm like, what the fuck?
We're like,
and Pablo's like, I'm gonna jump in. And then
we're like,
jumps in, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? He kept pushing it, and then he gets right back on me. I catch him. Like,
we caught him in, pulled him out. We did get commended by one of the organizations we were with at the time for protecting people from the mosh pit.
Somebody was like,
we had like that meeting after, and they're like, shout out to Micco and Damien for protecting people from the mosh pit. And I was like,
what the fuck?
I was like, yeah, good citizen.
Yeah.
God, dog.
I remember that booming though.
Yeah. And so like that whole thing with Jandro happened. I wasn't like stressed out about it. I was just scared about people getting hurt.
Yeah.
And like I hate when because I love Jandro. Like his music is so dope.
Yeah.
And so I hate to be the one guy to be like, you
I
can't
know.
do this.
That
Like
sucks.
that. I just hate that shit.
But like, I felt like he kept pushing it. Is the thing. Like he said, we're not gonna do it, but he was totally like, do it.
Yeah. And so I mean, that's kind of like part of it too. Like with OK, like he's under like such a strict contract.
Yeah.
And like, it's like written in there like, please don't do this. And like he's a very professional act. He's done like obviously a lot of
bunch
events.
Of shows. Yeah.
And so like when he got out of the car, he's like, hey man, like I read the contract, like we're good on this. I was like, thank you so much. And so like that's like stuff that comes with time and like experience. But like Jandro, like shout out to you, man. Your shit's so dope.
Hey, came from the city, bro.
Yeah. Local artist, but goddamn, I was gonna say I felt the most panic I remember seeing was when he was inviting girls on stage to come and twerk, and you just had this fucking wave. It was
females, bro.
I don't think I've ever given up in life.
Yeah.
But I was like trying to stop people from coming over, and like all these girls just like jumping over me. I was like, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like they're so powerful. and so finally I get them off stage, and this girl's still on stage, and she's talking to one of the guys like that was like on stage with Jandro. And I was like, hey, like you gotta go. Like the guy could stay because he's part of like the group.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey man, and I was like, alright, you're good. he was like trying to get a number, like her Snapchat or something. So like they had their little interaction.
Yeah.
And I was like, alright, get out of here.
Yeah. You're like, you got the snap,
like,
get the fuck out of
30
here.
seconds in it.
Yeah, but I was like,
Get the
I
fuck
respect
out of
that.
here.
I respect that.
So that leads me to think. I think next, if you ever is Jandro ever gonna come back to Fiestas? That's the first thing. I felt like after that outing, you're
Honestly,
like,
I would book him again. I would just have to do like a stricter
contract.
But the thing is, if I ever put on another festival where it's like not under UNM, Jandro's 100% going to be there.
Oh yeah.
Like
100%.
His energy is insane. I honestly think he had more energy than OK did at some points in his set.
Yeah, honestly, I could kind of agree with that.
Yeah, and so like, I would book him again. Probably not at UNM just because like liability issues.
Yeah.
But you can work out contracts. That's not a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, like, the thing is, like, Jandro, you were inciting violence, kind of low key. Like that's what we remember you for. Every time we talk about that year's Fiestas, we talk about Jandro starting shit,
Hey.
and it's such a wild
It's funny
story.
because I almost booked Jandro for the JIT show.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And that would have been
Oh my
because
god.
it was such a small yeah, the Florida bro.
Easy. Yeah, easy.
God dang.
Holy fuck.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm just saying, if you ever bring Jandro on, you know who you need to enforce, the rules. Owner of the jam spot.
Oh yeah.
You know how funny it'd be if our boy Paul Pierce rolls up and grabs him. He's like, "Hey, no smoking on the stage. No this, no that." Like,
yeah. But for real, if y'all don't know who Jandro is, I'm gonna throw this out there. He's from Albuquerque. He made it out to LA. He's doing big shit right now.
Super dope artist.
Go give him a follow.
Yeah.
And if he's ever at the jam spot, it'll be a safe show.
Exactly.
yeah, because that owner don't take no shit.
I think he's bigger than the jam spot now.
Oh, way bigger.
Hey, he could sell it out, It's real easy.
Easy.
Well, speaking of local rappers, I hear you have one that lives next door.
Oh,
Yeah. What was his name? He had a really
his name was Rose Gold Rip.
Drip or
Rose Gold Rip. Yeah.
Rose Gold Rip.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's I don't think he's from Albuquerque originally. I kind of forget the story, but he's a rapper. We actually made a song together, and I sent him the stems and everything. He's honestly his voice is dope. He's really good at writing. His shit's dope.
Yeah.
So
How'd you meet him and all that? How'd you get to the process of recording a song with him?
yeah, so me and Deacon were just here, we're vibing, making some music. Someone knocked on my door, and I was like, "Yeah, what's up? Like, can I help you?" He's like, "Oh, are you making music right now?" I was like, "Yeah, do I need to turn it down?" He's like, "No, dude, I'm a rapper." And so I was like, "Yo, swing by, this would be dope." We worked on a song that night, we kind of kicked it, and it was dope. He has the finished track. I don't know what he's gonna do with it, but
That's hard.
it was fun, man. It was good to meet him
I'm
too.
about to say, if you ever find it, we want to throw that in there.
Yeah.
We want to listen to it. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his flow's dope.
Yeah, we heard it. We heard the song. It sounded actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, damn.
No, that's not every day you have a neighbor who just happens to also be into music.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that, kind of doing the stuff that you want to do. So, but yeah, no, I mean, your SSE career is really kind of the big the big chapter 1 through like 7, I guess,
Yeah.
of your career thus far. But I mean, what's next after SSE? What's next after you graduate? I mean,
Yeah, so I mean, like I'm done with SSE now.
Yeah.
You know, after the COVID hit, after the semester ended last semester, I was done. I had my time, which was fun. You know,
Yeah.
it didn't end the way we hoped it would, but I gained so much experience out of that.
Yeah.
You know, I was able to get internships out in LA for that, like meet people in the scene, meet people in the industry. So definitely thankful for everything. I graduate in December, and I think the plan is to move to LA.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try to pursue an agency job for now, just because everyone you need to meet in the industry like is on the phone, or like
Yeah.
they're in the meetings, or
yeah.
they're like on your email. So like literally meet everyone I need to meet, and then like kind of move from there.
Gotcha. What about as a musician? What are your goals there?
Yeah,
What
I
you're
mean,
making?
I'm gonna keep pursuing music. I know I need to keep a job to pay rent.
Yeah.
If you saw my Instagram thing, you know I was working at Wendy's.
Flipping burgers gotta pay the rent.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, good video. Check that out if you haven't
Yeah,
on,
check it
his,
out on
his Insta.
Instagram.
Thank you. So I mean, I think the plan is to move to LA and pursue music both on the business and like the entertainment side, and hopefully the entertainment side works out.
Yeah.
But I know I'll have the business as a backup,
Yeah.
meeting all the people I'm gonna meet at agencies.
So your internships helped you set that up, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
just waiting to graduate, and it's
Mm-hmm.
off to the races. Well, that's good to hear, man. I mean, we love what you've been putting on with SSE. I feel like you're just getting started with your music.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely love to see the evolution about with all that.
Yeah.
You start off as DJ Haslo.
That's
That's
the
a distant memory. That's like that's house party vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. That is house party shit.
DJ Haslo was his first
Yeah.
stage name, and that's what we knew you
We knew
as.
Ethan as that.
as
Everyone called me
Haslo.
Haslo. You
Yeah.
still call me Haslo.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's because, in all honesty, I liked Haslo more than Meraki. Than Meraki.
Yeah,
The Meraki.
I realized so Haslo it's a Spanish word. I
Yeah.
don't speak Spanish, so I was like, that's probably not like the best thing, and like it didn't really encompass the music I make today.
Yeah.
So I had to change it. So
Yeah,
you can
I-
still call me Haslo.
I remember when you were choosing your new name and you're like debating on things, and then you stuck with Meraki. I was like, that fits your music. Like it fits you.
Where did it come from, though? Because when Damien told me you changed your name, I was like, dog, that sounds like XXX Tentacion's second kid. Yeah, Gay Kume and Meraki,
Yeah, and that's where the inspiration was from, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you got
You looked at me like,
you got high and you're just looking up at the singer like, Meraki.
yeah. So I mean, Meraki, like the meaning of Meraki is like, it's the art of like doing something, and like when someone perceives it, they perceive a piece of you. And so it's like when you pour so much into your work that like when people listen to your work, they're really perceiving who you are. And it's like with my music now, that's really what it is. Like it's more intimate. It's not dance music.
Yeah, it ain't
It's like depressed,
house parties.
sad boy shit.
Yeah,
Like
everything reminds me of her.
No, it's some feel good. You got some.
Yeah,
there's some feel good stuff, but like
But it's more about the emotions rather than just turn up, dog.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Where'd that originate? Is there like some cultural shenanigans?
No, I just kinda
somewhere
I was just kind of like doing research on
on
that topic, like
Yeah.
because I was like, I know my music is like when I pour so much into it, and so I was kind of doing research and came across that, and I was like, that sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, that's
actually.
dope. Yeah, it fits you so well too.
Yeah.
So Meraki, as far as I know, started off with the Mixed Emotions EP that you
Yeah.
dropped.
Yes, sir.
Or did you start off with singles that we didn't really hear? Or
No,
fell
actually,
under the
one of the
radar?
first singles I made as Meraki was I'm Still, which is on
Yeah.
the Mixed Emotions EP.
All right, so I mean, that one we were listening to a bit of it today, and I remember first hearing it, I was like, damn, this is real rough, real fucking raw. but we listened to it today, and we were like, you know what, this wasn't as like I thought I like hated it like compared to Seasons, but I was like, this actually isn't the worst. But you had what I'm Still was mastered by Gemini, right?
So Listen Close was mastered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And just
I just wanted to mention. Yeah.
Shout out Gemini.
Yeah, shout out Gemini.
He's
too.
also a local artist.
Yeah.
Well, he moved to LA.
Yeah.
He was local.
He moved out the ghetto too.
Yeah, cool ass dude.
But he was like the one who like took me under his wing a little bit.
Yeah.
He mixed and mastered like my first tracks, and then like literally like walked me through how to do everything. And so like I owe a lot to him.
Yeah, because I mean, I'd say your best tracks on that EP are the ones that Gemini got involved in.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And another one of the big things we kind of talked about, Damien and I, is you kind of seemed a little stiff in that one. I feel like first EP,
Yeah.
it was just like finding your groove, I guess.
Mhm.
I think
That's
that
the
happens
tough
with
part.
a lot of artists is if when their first music, it's always like they're like uncomfortable on the song. It almost sounds like they're like not comfortable, like, you know, hitting this note or like saying this way or this or that. Because I even did that. Like my first song I ever made was super monotone, and your first songs that you ever made, you know, like they weren't as monotone, but you could definitely tell the difference between Seasons and Mixed Emotions.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot more comfortable with your sound on Seasons.
Yeah, and I think like that's one thing about just like going from DJing to like producing and being on your own tracks.
Yeah.
It's like it's easy to hide behind the mixer. Like
Yeah.
you play with
Oh,
people's
yeah.
songs, like you can play for 5,000 people and it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you record your own vocals and like you're doing everything, like
Yeah.
it's scary to put that out. Also, another thing I realized between Seasons and Mixed Emotions is that I had roommates with Mixed Emotions,
Yeah.
and so like I was even embarrassed to like sing there.
Sing louder, yeah.
Whereas like I made Seasons during quarantine when I was like, you know,
Yeah,
like
stuck in Artesia.
stuck in Artesia, like we had that little back house,
Yeah.
and so like I was able to like go full out.
Yeah.
So
All right, so after Mixed Emotions came Seasons, your first album, and
Fire.
we loved it a lot more than Mixed Emotions.
Me too.
I mean, yeah, but what do you feel like you learned or got to improve on between your EP and your first album?
yeah, I think that's a really hard question to answer. You said that right.
Yeah.
Question there.
Yeah.
Just because I think literally every aspect improved.
Yeah.
My writing got better, my flows got better, my pitch on my singing got better. I hope you like my rapping more in the second one. My mixing and mastering got better. Like my ability to like create like a mission with a project got better.
Yeah.
Mixed Emotions was Mixed Emotions. There was no.
Yeah, you didn't know.
It was just up and down the whole
Yeah,
time.
it
was-
Whereas Seasons like it takes you through like the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so I think the biggest thing though is mixing and mastering.
Yeah, I would agree.
And like I didn't realize the difference until Gemini sat on FaceTime with me during quarantine for 8 hours one night, and he mixed and mastered Helios over FaceTime with me.
Uh-huh.
And like he was like, turn this one. I was like, what does this do? He's like, this is an EQ, this is a compressor. And so like I owe literally all of my mixing and mastering skills to Gemini. So y'all check out his stuff.
So what are the challenges with doing mix and masters? Is it just kind of like balancing out your sound and, you know, pitching stuff the right way? Like what's...
Well, I mean, it goes from like, you know, you have to EQ, you have to do compression, you have to do side chaining, like you have to do like effects on your vocals on all the sounds.
Yeah.
And like I'm at a very basic understanding of it, but it takes a song from being like really shitty sounding
Yeah.
to like, okay, this could stream.
Yeah, it's huge.
And like also like, you know, you want to bring up levels but also mix everything into each other so it's not overpowering. And so like really you want it to sound good on like a phone, car speakers, headphones.
You
Like
just want to be perfectly balanced
and
everywhere.
I think one of the best sounding songs on my album was actually the song you and I did together.
Yeah, it sounded so. And we the funny thing is Ethan mixed the whole thing that night.
Yeah.
And when I was there, and we were up to like 3 a.m, just working on that. We made that whole song that day, and then mixed it down that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my take with Seasons was obviously I thought it was a monumental album for your music. You know, there's some things I liked, didn't like. You have a good singing voice. as I told you, I don't like your rapping as much, you know. But I will say, here in the previews from what you got on, that's gonna be on your album, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be on my album.
You got better, and even though you felt like you didn't,
Yeah, which I'm surprised you like that one.
Ethan doesn't like that verse on my song, and he's like, that song is that verse is that.
But-
See, I think that's so weird.
Yeah, but I think the difference is it was a very more like lo-fi focused album, and maybe I just didn't feel like the rap and fit together with your lo-fi stuff. But your beats were, they were.
Oh,
They were good
appreciate
stuff.
that.
But why I say Seasons is so monumental to your music career is you found your style, you found your sound, you know, like I said, you said Mixed Emotions was you were just kind of all over the place trying to figure it out, but Seasons you really, brought it in, focused, the kind of music you wanted to make, and you got your sound. You got, you turn your music on, people are like, yeah, that's Meraki,
yeah.
That's your sound. You kind of have some of the claim to your own, and that's why I really was excited that this album sounded so much better. And I mean, really, we're excited to see what comes up next. I mean,
very, very excited.
If you improve that much from Mixed Emotions to here, I mean, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
If you whatever you make is better than Seasons, goddamn.
Yeah.
I definitely have some stuff in the works. I think you've heard some of it.
What Ethan showed me already is insane.
I'm gonna say he has invited us in to check out some of his stuff.
I've claimed myself as the biggest Meraki fan since what? The long ass time ago. So
I was more of
Ethan's music.
I was more of a Haslo fan actually.
Okay, buddy. I love Ethan's music. It's fire, bro. If you guys haven't checked out either of his tapes, even if Mixed Emotions or Seasons, look up Meraki's on all streaming platforms. Check them out. They're fire.
Yeah. So are we ever going to see a return to the Haslo dance music?
Not under the name Haslo, but I think I might do.
Same style.
I think I might do a couple bonus tracks on the next project just for fun. Just like, I made songs. Why throw them away?
Yeah.
And y'all heard one of them.
Yeah, I love that one. That was so good.
Yeah, that one I'm waiting. Once it drops, dog, I'm gonna be bumping it 24/7. That's gonna be my song of the week for like 3 weeks. Dick Rider. but no, that that'd be fun to do. Yeah, how hyped I am for that one. That's the one I'm gonna see the most. But I mean, really, you got it. Goddamn trucks. But yeah, we'll see what's next up. You working on anything else? Anything upcoming that we should expect soon besides rapping about working at Wendy's, which fire again.
Yeah, go check out the Instagram video.
Yeah.
I made that jam yesterday. It was too cold to go outside, so I was kind of messing around. I was like, I'll post it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know if I should drop a few singles or if I should drop another little project. I'm leaning more towards singles right now, just because it kind of
you can just
makes it a little bit longer.
Experiment too with a bit more.
But I know I have some acoustic shit in the works, and that's just like me and a guitar, which I'm really excited about. Which you have heard that song at my old house like a year and a half ago.
Jesus, bro, that song is so good. I'm still waiting.
So I actually recorded the guitar last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my
So I can show you that
bro,
after.
I ain't ready for that one.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah,
bro.
so there's a lot to be excited for with these upcoming Meraki projects. But outside of that, where can we find you? On social media? Where are you streaming?
Yeah, so my social media is just Ethan_Duff. It's a picture of me. So you should be able to find it.
You know where to find them.
It's a picture of Micco, actually. And then on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff, even YouTube, it's just under Meraki. And again, it's a picture.
You on Quadio too?
Yeah, shout out Quadio, dude.
Quadio, bro. Shout out Quadio.
Yeah, so check me out on Quadio as well under Meraki. That's Meraki. The first project that I did was a single with one of my friends, and he spelled it wrong. And he put it out. And he had the album cover spell my name on it. I was like, okay. So yeah, those are my socials.
All right, yeah, go find him, go stream his
Yeah,
stuff,
go listen to all
go
his
understand
stuff.
why we're so hyped for some of his new stuff.
Yeah, it's fire.
It's not just dick riding, I swear.
Yeah.
So before we plug our shit, we always like to have our guests call out artists they'd like to see on the show. Who would you like to see on? Who do you think would have good stories for us?
All right, so I think Brett Allen, he goes by the name All Over.
Yeah.
He went to Icon. He makes super dope music.
I think he was mentioned in the story where Pablo got tased.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
chasing all over.
Yeah, he was with him and the other guy.
Chaser and Pablo.
So yeah, I think he would be a dope act. I think just Dave. I don't know if you've heard of him. I did a track with him Black Friday.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
He's from Santa Fe, but
Yeah.
he's done some cool stuff. I know he's done like producing and other stuff for some big artists. So it'd be cool to have him on. I think it would be dope to have Gemini on at some point.
Yeah, of course.
And then really the guest I really want to see is Damien as a guest on his own podcast when his album drops.
Oh,
We waiting, Pablo. You better send them stems, bro.
yeah, I might treat you like a guest when your shit drops. So, if you're not following the show, find us on social media at producers_pit. Those social medias would be Instagram and Twitter. We haven't made it to Chatterbait yet.
You have a Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a follow right now.
Low key, our Twitter's kind of dead. So help us make that Twitter lively, dog. Add us, show us some shit. I don't care, but we gotta make the Twitter game a bit better.
Yeah.
Also, Quadio and SoundCloud, we are streaming the audio if you don't want to watch the video. But why wouldn't you? Ethan's smiles are enough to want you to watch this.
Yeah,
of it.
exactly.
But regardless, you just want to listen in. Quadio, SoundCloud. Let's get it done. And yeah, that's it. Ethan, thanks for hosting us.
Yeah,
Thanks for letting us take a little field trip outside the studio.
Yeah, thanks for letting me be on the show.
Uh,
I think it's been dope what y'all are doing, so it's exciting to see where y'all
thank you,
take
thank
it.
Yeah, no, thanks for following the show.
Same with your music, too.
Exactly.
We can't wait for this music. It's going to be amazing. I already know.
But most importantly, thank you for the Kool-Aid Jammers. That's the
Dude,
best part of
I think that's what got me
recording.
through these. I had like 6 before this.
I had like 3 of them. But yeah, no, it was good. We were happy to be here. Nice little change of scenery for the Halloween special, even though we were going to talk about spooky shit, except the ghost of Shy Will. But anyways, let's get out of here. This is your boy, Micco Anthony, and for your boy, Damien's an Alien.
Yes,
It's
sir.
Producers Pit signing off. We'll see you on the next one, guys.
All right,
Thanks for
later, boys.
tuning in.
I just wanna write a song that make you feel high. Don't be afraid, jump in the water's fine. Come on, take my hand and we'll dance through the night. Leave all worries, don't worry, we're alright. I just wanna dance.